Hello, my readerly and writerly friends. What is a beta reader? When I'm in the midst of deep edits, I tend to mention beta readers a lot when I'm talking on social media or my blog or whatever. But what does that mean? It's like beta testing a product. When you're developing hardware or software for a computer, there will always be coding issues that need to be fixed, so developers have to debug it so that people don't spend their hard-earned money on something that doesn't work right. It's the same thing with books. It's a product, and my readers spend their hard-earned money on it, and I don't want to give them something that is defective. But how can a book be defective? It's different from computer programs, obviously, but the concept is the same. Of course, physical books can have defects, and ebooks can have issues with formatting or other things like that. But my beta readers are looking for issues with the actual story. If we're keeping with the computer metaphor, we're looking for software issues, not hardware issues. I want people's experience when they dive into my books to be as immersive and seamless as possible. Now, part of that will, of course, be editing. You don't want to be distracted by a misplaced comma or a word that's spelled wrong. But that's separate from beta reading. When I hand a book to a beta reader, I'm not looking for punctuation or spelling advice. What I am looking for is any other way that the reader experience might be disrupted so that I can fix it. I don't want a reader to be pulled out of the story simply because they're stumbling over the wording. I can fix that. I don't want someone to be distracted from a high-energy emotional scene because they're wondering where George is and who he is, because this is the first time he's been mentioned and we're already a third of the way into the book. Those are different things that I would consider bugs in my story and that I want to fix the same way that you want to fix bugs in software. And in order to debug a story, I have to give it to multiple different beta readers because they're all going to look at it differently and catch different things. It would be easy to have a couple people read it, tell me it's fantastic, and then pat myself on the back and tell me it's ready to go. But it's so much more satisfying to have quality beta readers who ask questions, who demand that I clarify something, who call me out when I make a character use a word that's not really in their vocabulary. The more of those bugs that I can fix, the more seamless and enjoyable the experience will be for my readers. Good beta readers will give me comments like, "Who's talking right now? Is Joe still in the room or did he leave? You said she put her hair up in a bun earlier, but now it's down. She's holding a gun the wrong way. Who is this guy? Am I supposed to remember him from earlier? This sentence makes no sense. This dialogue doesn't sound realistic. Is this really what a cop would do? This sounds creepy instead of romantic. I had to read this 3 times to figure out what was happening. Too much description. Why did we just switch points of view? Add a beat here. Describe his expression when he's saying this." And many, many more. Good beta readers will also be brave enough to tell me when I need a complete overhaul of a section of my book. If I were to count up the number of times that I was told to rewrite the ending of my book, that number would be 9. And for those of you counting, I've only written 9 books. My initial attempts at book endings are always fine, but I'm lucky enough to have people who read them and aren't satisfied with just fine and demand more. And hallelujah for that. So, yay for beta readers! If you'd like to get that list of questions and a list of a bunch of other things that beta readers are good for, or just general how to get ready to publish a book advice, I'll drop those links of my posts in the descriptions. Please let me know what experiences you've had with books where it didn't seem quite right and maybe that published book could have used a few more rounds of beta readers. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to keep track of more of this kind of content. And as always, if you would like to listen to the Just Ella audiobook, I have that recorded in a chapter by chapter playlist right here.